What's going on, everybody? We are the Cinefanatics, and there is no video on this again, so we just need to change it over to this.
Wow. If you can't figure out what I'm doing, you're lost. There's no saving you.
Using a marker as a lightsaber?
I don't have an actual lightsaber here. It's probably, if I have one, it's buried in the closet somewhere.
Oh, yeah, because I got the Infinity Gauntlet in my closet.
Yeah, sure. What's going on, everybody? We are the Cinefanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we are doing a Schmoedown reaction live. We are doing all of the Star Wars tournament on Schmoedown live right now because it's Twitch, and that's just how we got to do it. We can't pull the video. Yeah, technology. But it's going to be a fun one tonight because the Star Wars tournament's kicking off today officially. I mean, we had the play-in match last week, but this is like the official first match of round one.
Yeah, so this is going to be Sean Sullivan versus Laura Kelly. It's going to be a really good match because, one, we've seen Laura Kelly in Spectacular. She went up against Alex Damon, and she did a really good job. So far, we've seen Sean Sullivan in one match up against Adam Witt.
Yep.
So he dominated that match, but kind of curious to see how he's going to do on this. So right off the bat, like we said last week that we needed to work on our bracket for that. Mm-hmm. So we have worked on our bracket. So here's our bracket. Boom.
Oh, look at that. Now, I know that some of you might look at this, and we can kind of talk about this a little bit, but you're going to look at this and go, hey, traditionally speaking, that bracket's not complete.
Hey, Chris, traditionally speaking, that bracket's not complete.
Wow, that's a funny thing that you should say that. And I'll tell you why. Because if we are right or wrong on any of these, because we're doing this in a YouTube format, on a video, we want to be able to switch out and be like, okay, who's going to win the next match, depending on who wins prior matches.
We want to backtrack and cover our hind ends.
Right. So we got this. I mean, here's the thing: we got Sullivan. When we discuss this beforehand. We have Sullivan winning this match tonight, and then Knapsack winning against Andres, Molly winning against Adam, and Andrew DeMolanto winning against Scrimshaw. If any one of those individuals might lose, well, then our bracket changes. We've already lost at that point. Our bracket's broken. But we change it up just to determine who's going to win and go into the finals at that point.
Yeah. So anyways, that's our bracket. We'll be back to it. And here's our smiling faces again. Yeah, you forgot to smile. So one other thing I wanted to point out with this is the second time we're doing a live reaction. Yep. We did it last week. We had I would say like a couple of technical issues that weren't easily seen to the people watching live that we noticed like later. So hopefully we got some of those fixed this time. I want to know, like, what all of y'all in the chat or people who are watching this on a replay, what do you think of this format compared to, like, if you're used to watching any of our reactions that we pre-record and we edit and then we pump it out like a couple of days later after the match has already aired or been released? What do you think of this format? I know Call to Action does this format roughly, I believe, for all of their reactions. Yeah. But I'm kind of liking this format as well. So what do y'all think? Let us know down in the comments and chat.
And be very careful what you say because it's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
Most definitely.
And if you've seen his face, he looks like a Wookiee.
Let's the how it should have ended.
Yeah.
The Hishy dubs, that was so funny.
Well, so I would ask the question of who do you got tonight, but we already showed our bracket, so we've pretty much figured out who we got tonight. But prior to before this, we were having a discussion about this. Who are you initially going for?
Now, again, here's the thing. Laura's been at the Spectacular. She took on Alex Damon. So she's already proven that she's got the skills needed to reach that upper echelon championship level. We haven't seen that from Sullivan yet. Sean hasn't gotten to there. Sean's played one Star Wars match, and that's all we've seen of him so far. So, I mean, if you're just going to go based off of just the one match right out the gate, I'd have to say Laura Kelly.
Now, I half expect the promos to come out and Laura call him scruffy looking so he can turn around and say, "Who's scruffy looking?" But
Nerf herder.
Yeah. But I'm pulling for Sullivan on this one just because I don't think we've seen his full potential yet. As it's been stated before, that match that he had against Adam Witt was kind of a last-minute decision, and he showed up. He was already at the studio, turned around real quick, got his binder, did as much studying as he could in that short amount of time, but basically unprepared, went into that match and still won it. I think if you can go into one of these matches now with where the Star Wars questions have been going, granted, I know that they are bringing back old questions now. If you can still win one of these matches, though, with as deep as this division gets without really preparing all that much, that says something about your potential, your level of gameplay that you could hit. And I'm thinking that not a lot of people have really considered that. And so you've got a situation where Sean could pull what would be considered an upset, though I don't know if I would really call it an upset at this point. The whole bracket, anybody could literally win this tournament.
Yeah. And that's a really good thing about this tournament. I would say, and we'll probably touch upon this more when we get to the IG tournament, that there's definitely some ones you could look on that IG bracket. You're like, okay, it's going to be fun to watch you play. And it was fun having my brother here, but he's back. Cool. Anyway,
man. It's hot.
It was fun watching some of the people in the IG tournament play, but let's be honest, some of y'all aren't going to make it. And that's going to be kind of hard to really just maybe say yeah, you're good, but you're not Robert Parker, Mike Kalinowski, or Kevin Smets good.
Yeah. And see, I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Well, I mean, sometimes it just depends on how hard they're running and, general exercising and if they eat rotten eggs. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know where this is coming from, but the other thing I also want to talk about real quick is since we are live, you can also send in questions via Streamlabs, like up there. As soon as I figure out how to get my finger in frame, the one up above his head, there is Super Chat available. Again, we kind of prefer Streamlabs. Everyone prefers Streamlabs because YouTube doesn't take their cut. You can also join the Patreon that's up there above my head. Find the tier that's right for you. If you hadn't seen it, this past weekend, we did our very first watch along to Iron Man. It was a lot of fun. It was fantastic. And he's making fun of me with my finger pointing, aren't you?
Am I?
You
sure.
were.
I make fun of you for a lot, so let's just go with that then.
Anyways, so yeah, hop on the Patreon and we're going to do some more watch alongs. We got some ideas already brewing for what we're going to do next month. So
growl.
What does Bibiani have to do with it?
I don't know. I just want to do his growl.
Oh, okay. Let's get to this match.
Well, let's just jump right in here. Let's see if we can do the screen share. Again, if there's any audio issues, please let us know. We want to make sure that everybody can hear everything and everyone's happy. Maybe a stream. There we go. All right. Hitting that play.
There's no audio.
You're not hearing it?
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to the movie trivia.
Now I can hear it.
It is
Okay.
The Star Wars tournament. It's official. This is the very first match of the Star Wars tournament. I am Christian Harloff. Thank you for joining us here on Twitch. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, the one, the only, Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. Mark, how you feeling?
Oh, Christian,
Is his name Bistan?
dialed up pressing the knives for this particular match.
All right, what Star Wars character is that?
I can't go to the dry cleaner, but I did get a lip roller, and I took care of business, and now I'm ready to go. I got my Yaddle hair sported, and as
The male Lakaru soldier who served as a corporal in the Alliance to restore the
it's-
Republic during the Galactic Civil War.
It's a trivia tournament. Don't cheat.
Well, I mean, in this case.
Cheater.
You've got Sean the Saint Sullivan.
Oh, he was in Rogue One.
Lights out, Kelly. Sean Sullivan was an unknown. He was a guy that we would see come around the studio and he'd say, "Hey, I'm a big fan.
Interesting looking character.
I know what I can do," and he never pushed, never.
You might have to turn the volume up on the video more.
I think they were having the same problem that you were. You weren't. The music was just low in the video compared to the talking.
Played against Adam Witt, had a great match with him.
Well, they're saying it's really low.
I know, but the comments were delayed.
Now he's 1-0, and he's going up against somebody with the record.
Y'all let me know if y'all still can't hear it while they're talking.
But it's very, very tricky. She is arguably the number 1 seed in this entire tournament because in her first match, Laura Kelly lights out, as she is now being called. She went up against Joseph Scrimshaw. She went up against Andrew DiMolanta, just to name a few, in her opening match at Star Wars Celebration, and nobody knew.
So she's going by Lights Out when her previous name was Luminous. So their first name was Lights On, and now now it's Lights Out.
It's because she's a heel.
Oh, heels turn off lights.
I suppose she's not going by her worshipfulness.
I think that's a face move because she's conserving electricity.
She's confident. She's drinking champagne pre, during, after the match, and she feels good about her Star Wars knowledge. You look at Sean Sullivan for a minute. I thought he was the janitor at Collider. He was just always there. I had no idea. The guy's got a nice beer. I'll give him that.
I don't know if anyone heard. But I'll repeat it just now. I really think that she should go by Laura, her worshipfulness, Kelly.
They were doing live here on Twitch.
I
am so excited to get this going. You know that I love
maybe say that one for Molly Damon.
Maybe.
It would actually probably make more sense for Molly Damon, considering Alex is the king of Star Wars, therefore possibly making her go queen. I don't know.
If you look at the current standings today, Mark, this is where we stand. The Finstock Exchange has been in the lead since the very first event in New York. Once that event was all over, they held the lead. They haven't lost it since. Swag, because of the reversal and because of the TKO victory in the play-in match, Swag has sole possession of second place right now. However, if Sean Sullivan can get a win, if he just wins and gets the 3 points, they're back in second. If somehow he can knock out Laura Kelly, for the first time, the Finstock Exchange will be tied with someone, and that will be the Den for first place. Now, on the other side of that coin, you've got Corruption. Corruption is having a very, very hard year thus far. They have 2 points at the moment. Now, if Laura Kelly...
One could say that Corruption may not look like much, but they've got it where it counts.
If they can get a knockout, they'll be tied for 4th and 5th. That's how big of a match this is.
Yeah, one could say that. No one's going to, but one could.
I'm one, and I said it.
So that's how important the faction standings are.
Should I have? I don't know, but I did.
So pointing out what Garth said, that Christian should use the name Harloff Minor. And I did, Garth. It's a planet. It's a planet right next to Coruscant.
Yeah, I already knew that.
Oh, because you looked it up before I did.
I already looked at everything that's been going.
Because I pay attention to other Star Wars stuff besides just the movies.
And Shannon firing off at one another. Now that I was expecting. And then Sean Sullivan, who's been mouthy on Sullivan's podcast, maybe a little too mouthy for somebody who's just 1-0 and brand new into the season. But hey, I'll give it to him. Fine. I wasn't that surprised that I heard him. What I was surprised about was this new attitude by Lights Out Laura Kelly. Not only was she confident in her promo,
but the thing with her promo to me and what struck me in it is it sounded a whole lot like Shannon. It was Laura's voice. It was Laura saying it, but it sounded a whole lot like Shannon to me.
Like Shannon's hand was just like up in the pup.
Yeah, kind of.
I won't get into the logistics of how that's possible, but
it might be more that what she said could have been written by Shannon, and I would absolutely believe it. I'm sure she did her own promo. I'm sure she did, but it sounds like
it's good though.
It could, yeah, it was. It could have been from Shannon, and I'd believe it.
So listen, we talked about the big promo. We talked about all the hype. We talked about all the social media stuff. We're going to show you exactly how we got here right now.
Ooh, here we go.
That's how we got here.
Oh, Kate.
Sean did well earlier this year, but I think that Laura Kelly's a monster.
Here in the Star Wars division, there is only one true heiress to that belt. Her name is Laura Kelly.
Molly Damon.
She came into the Schmoedown last season. She's a great player.
It's a shame that she got stuck with the worst team in this entire league. I love that you think that you're ready to sit at the big kids table, but this is my house.
As far as I'm concerned, Luminous.
So Shannon was wearing a shirt that was doing the whole "I love you, I know" scene, but it's in Spanish. She's saying like "te amo" and he goes "yo sé."
That's funny.
It's "te amo."
What's going on, Schmoedown?
Yo sé.
Here we are.
Shawnee, no. Heels, you got me meaner, body.
Laura Kelly. Here we are. First round of Star Wars.
He just throw on a jacket and grab like a glass of whiskey.
I'll take it. That's off. Kelly, whoever wants me, I'll take it.
Did you know all of the answers of the spectacular?
That's probably actually true. That makes complete sense also.
Good for you. But you're going to need to know more than pilots and call signs.
It's
You know what I love about Sean Sullivan?
forced toast.
He's the best competitor in the league. He knows everything about Star Wars. He knows names.
Ooh.
He knows plans.
Hey, look.
Sean Sullivan.
That was back when Brendan Hanna was part of the Den.
Oh, oof. Amazing how much has changed since then. In such little time, or actually in like what feels like 5 years.
I'm not surprised Brendan Hanna is known to jump between a bunch of factions all the time. So
I got you some Clorox wipes, because you're going to make a mess of this match. You're going to need to clean up after.
So many people are drinking alcohol in their promos. I think the Schmoedown needs an intervention.
maybe.
Yeah.
I like how she threw it. He caught it.
Hell do you think you are? Everybody knows that you're nothing more than a fangirl who annoyed Harloff long enough that he just threw you in the draft, and lucky for you, Kate Mulligan was stupid enough to pick you up.
Sean is not a barrier on my road to another match with the demon. Sean is but a mere pebble in the road, and he's about to get kicked into the sewer. Lights out, bottoms up.
I was waiting for someone to go, oh, that's stronger than I thought.
Yeah. Interesting.
Fascinating. She taking Molly Damon's dark ray shtick?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I get goosebumps.
You know me well enough to know that if I attempted that stunt with the shots, I probably would be still coughing right now. And Eddie in the chat room said it best. He said that these Schmoedown promos have been fired recently. And
Also, we forgot to mention before we started this, if any of y'all in the chat have seen this already, first of all, don't say the answers.
And
But also, let us know if there is anything after the match, after the... Let us know if there's anything we need to stick around for. This is a long match, and like last week, we didn't get into the interviews and stuff, the fan interviews that were after it. If there's anything that is more than just the fan interviews, let us know. We'll stick around. We'll react to that as well. But we're probably just going to cut it after the main match and the post interviews.
One that we want to see here today, Mark, and I'm ready. Look, we saw the managers going at it. I think it's time to bring in the managers. I think it's time.
This is the part that I actually really like about what they're doing here is actually bringing the managers in live.
Talk over each other. I don't know. I can guarantee we know the history.
This will be fun.
Grace and Shannon, they were, I guess, friends at one point. Grace was very disrespectful with Shannon at live events. Looked at her like a peon, if you will. Probably still does. And then you have Shannon, who always thought that she was the rightful leader of corruption and always thought that Grace didn't do anything while she was at corruption. So I'm sure that they have their beef. And that Shannon and Kate have it. So this is going to be something. I don't know if you and I are
Interesting.
talk here because this is going to be. I don't know if I want it. I want to watch it.
I'm throwing the.
So they bring Damon in like they brought Knapsack in
All right,
last
let's
week.
start with the queen of
I don't know if we'll watch that one here. Probably just watch it afterwards.
Well, here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Grace Hancock, and there we go with Kate Mullen.
Ditto mother.
What are you doing over there?
I can tell that the den is in the house because it reeks of thrush and cat piss.
Oh wow! All right.
That's so weird because you're actually at your house. I'm just saying. I think you're actually. It sounds like you got a problem in your house, pal.
Grace, look, this is a big match. You said it in your promo about
Is that Mike?
Yeah.
How Sullivan is the best Star Wars competitor that you.
Random Mike Kalinowski. It was a Mike Kalinowski.
I know you guys have your history. Is there?
I love that.
How are you feeling?
It's the best.
No, not at all. I always love seeing Shannon because she really I get such a good laugh out of her. She's like that fun, rowdy little niece that I occasionally get to babysit, and I always just really get a laugh out of it. And I wish that I could give her the same satisfaction because she just couldn't ruffle my feathers if it was her full-time job. But always a pleasure to see you, darling.
Shannon?
I don't speak to the assistants.
Oh, all right.
Oh, God. Shannon, I'm back to your house smelling like cat piss. I'm just really confused. You got a dog running around in the back with Kalinowski, and it's barking. So why is your dog pissing cat piss?
Jesus Christ.
What's that?
Well, that's just I keep hearing that Laura's going to turn the lights out, so I figured sounds dangerous.
Okay.
Go ahead and
The smartest thing you've done so far. Good job. Good call.
Listen, these lights out. Might as well put a light on.
From the circuits. I will ask you, corruption down now. You're in last place. You have 2 points here. How big of a victory would this be for you and Lights Out Laura Kelly?
Yeah, we get it. We understand. We have 2 points. Let's beat that point home more. It doesn't matter. Laura's going to win this thing. It's going to be great. Yeah, we need the points, and we're here to get them. So what else would you like me to say about that?
All right, fair enough.
I look like as always.
All right, Kate, you guys, should you win here today, both Kate and Grace, you take sole possession of second place. If Sean Sullivan can pull a knockout here, you tie first place. How you feeling?
We're always feeling great. Hello.
Kate's got like character of the year.
What are the common denominators here, Shannon?
Kate this year for me is what Kaiser was for me last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean's not worried either. Sean was sitting cool as a cucumber. This kid, he's Laura can, but you know what? Honestly, just at the end of the day, let's see who's got the winning faction. Let's see who's got the winning points today. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, thank you to both Shannon, Grace, and Kate. I'm going to put you in the I want to say timeout, but I'm not going to say that. I'll put you in the waiting room here. But that's exactly what I thought we were going to see, Mark. It's about that time, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, look, if somebody's smelling cat pee or Kate Mulligan's been digging in the prop room from Ghostbusters 2, there's just so many storylines between the managers, between the factions, and now is one of my favorite times of the match because all of that doesn't die down, but it gets pushed to the side because the main course is about to arrive, Christian. That would be the competitors themselves with heads packed full of knowledge from a galaxy far, far away.
Are you ready to get going, my friend?
Oh, I mean, look at me. Look, the chat room and me agree on 2 things and 2 things only, Christian. 1, we're excited for Star Wars content. 2, I really need to have my barberio.
Once again, I ask, who's scruffy looking?
Baby Carrots is the best looking Nerf herder in this side of the galaxy.
You happy with that one?
Yeah, that one actually I think kind of rolled off the tongue pretty well.
Cool. Great kid. Don't get cocky.
I can't hear that without thinking the Family Guy reference one.
Yeah.
That's a great kid. Don't get penisy. I love it.
Sean, the Saint.
Let's go, Shawnee.
Sean, the Saint Sullivan. There he is, drinking apple juice, hopefully. All right.
Yeah.
Dude, big match here, my brother. This is big stuff. How are you? How you feeling?
Yeah, they keep telling me this is an important match.
That's not fair, Sean. I'm trying to cut back.
Well, all right. Now look, I appreciate
That looks really good.
full kind of cockiness, but no hesitation, no kind of intimidation going up against someone like Laura Kelly.
No, she's no scarier than anyone else in this bracket.
Nah.
To be honest,
You said that.
everyone's
You said
here
that.
to bring their stuff.
All right, so Sean, you seem very prepared and very confident, but if we're not worried about the opponent, let me just ask you, what has the preparation been like for the Star Wars tournament? Rewatching the movies? Do you have a big study guide? What is the Sullivan, the Saint method?
Well, that's a trade secret, Mark. I can't share that.
So, real quick question for our chat: whose beard is better,
Sean's.
Big match.
me or Sean Sullivan?
And looking to obviously either take sole possession of second
So,
place.
question for our chat:
Should the unthinkable happen, you guys could be tied for first place with the Finstock Exchange. Pressure
you punk. I know exactly what you're doing.
to push in moment.
That was much easier than the manager.
I know. And his opponent.
Well, this joke would work if our chat here on StreamYard was quicker.
Yeah, that's why I switch over to like the other window.
Yeah.
Where I can see it. Yeah.
Corruption.
Where everyone seems to be saying
With a
Sean's, except Garth, who says his, and
1, 2 defeats
I have to agree.
Star Wars division. She is 120 hertz refresh rate.
Oh no! You hate to see that happen. Hush.
All right, well, let's react to this.
We're not
Santa
getting
Claus.
supported by this ad. You
S-
don't get volume. Give us
S20 5G. Oh, okay.
There we go.
Lights
Oh, man.
out, Kelly.
You need a phone that's not an iPhone.
It's out. Kelly is here.
That's not fair.
That's awesome.
Somebody forced die added that to her.
Laura, it is.
They can do that with the answers too.
Road.
Yeah.
Interesting road here. A new Laura Kelly, as someone that I wasn't expecting. You and I have had many conversations before. I've never
So, quick question for our chat: who has a better beard, me or Laura Kelly?
party and corruption that kind of made you not see the light, if you will.
Looking for validation, and I'm pretty sure I can get it this time.
I really do. It's been an interesting road, but I'm happy to be here and
You do realize there's a delay.
forward to this today.
Now, your opponent here, Sean Sullivan, he has been talking a lot. He has been saying that, bring on
People will get it.
Bring on Scrimshaw, bring on Kelly. Any thoughts on Sean Sullivan and the way he's been talking lately?
In the deepest recesses of my
Yes, and I don't know. Maybe,
where this
possibly, sort of.
I
We'll have to look into that. We'll get back to you, Garth.
one match wasn't exactly
Oh, you know what?
the greatest match I've ever seen.
You're not logged in?
I'm probably not logged in because we had that power outage.
He's out
Oh, yeah.
Shut my computer off.
those
Lost
players
everything.
over, Let's get ready that I don't know how to play this game. and I don't
No,
know
we're
how
gonna
to
deal with ads tonight because
What are we even doing here?
We're already playing.
I just don't
at least the computer's working. Let's be honest.
Yeah. So, quick background: we had a huge storm that came through, and apparently our apartment got struck by lightning and knocked out all of our power and circuit breakers. And luckily, everything came back up. But I think we were watching the Brandon Hanna live stream, and I had just told him that he's sucking up to Brienne, and then the power went out, and
because this is just me recording a podcast in my bedroom.
So we may get ads because I'm probably not logged into Twitch. Is what's going on. Good to know for next week, though.
All right. Well, we're bringing in your
thank you, Clarence.
Sean Sullivan.
As long as we don't get ads while a question's being asked.
Oh yeah, so we'll have an extra 15 seconds or so.
So let's discuss the answer to this possible question.
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, listen. So we are
Wait.
going to get to our rules.
Didn't Kate throw him Clorox?
How's it go?
It force changed to Lysol.
That's not how the Force works.
Lysol is the heel version of Clorox.
That's not how the Force works. You know, sometimes I amaze even myself with these quotes.
You have 15 seconds to answer it. How do you answer? Well, it's kind of simple. You take a pencil and you write on a tablet. And once we ask you by name to reveal your answer, please show what you wrote to your camera. At the same time, you verbalize your answer into the microphone. I will remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE throughout the duration of the match. Name for famous Wisconsin Tuscan Raider JTE. If you're not sure you heard a question,
I mean, we know the rules.
use a JTE. Each have one challenge.
Famous Wisconsin Tuscan Raider.
By your manager.
JTE.
3-round match. Christian, I did that all looking right in the barrel of the camera lens.
But it was absolutely wonderful. And a reminder to the audience watching, our competitors and our managers have been instructed to look at only the private chat here today, but we'd also like to let you know, do not put any answers inside of the comments. If you do so, you will be removed from
Wrong Wars in the Stars.
Just a reminder there, we have the mods looking at it and making sure. So we want to have a good match, fun match, fair match. Again, both competitors are looking at the private chat anyway, but just to be fair. All right, we've already also instructed you guys during the actual rounds, after you've written, please make sure that we can see your hands. And we will start with
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Did you watch Brienne's video on that?
Maybe.
I remember. I'll have to show you that. It was fantastic. She did such a great. It was hilarious.
Do you have a way of turning up the video just a little bit more?
Yeah. Yeah, but then I won't be able to hear you.
Who tells Padme Amidala that the Chancellor is a Sith Lord?
Christian, I saw something in the Twitch chat room that if we get this channel to 4,000,
The Chancellor is what?
do something.
The Chancellor is a Sith Lord.
We'll watch along to the thing.
Oh, what a reward!
4, 3, 2.
Take a guess.
Hands down, and we start with Laura Kelly.
2 possibilities.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes, Sean.
Obi Kenobi. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Okay, nice.
Obi Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Qualified here, will you? All right, next.
Obi-Wan.
next question.
And I said Anakin.
Is in episode 7.
It's the 2 I was trying to decide between.
Christian, I read the premiere and I had a white tux. The question: what nickname does Han Solo call Finn by in The Force Awakens? Christian, your enduring memory of that
Ooh.
will leave me back in 2000.
Yeah, I remember him calling him one.
It was pretty special.
Oh.
4, 3, 2, 1. Sean.
Nothing.
Big deal.
Yes, Laura.
Big deal.
2. All right.
Look
next.
here, big deal.
I didn't pull it.
Strikes Back. Which frequent Pixar voice actor plays Major Bren Derlin in The Empire Strikes Back?
I love this. We have the clubhouse leader for my favorite question asked during this match.
Oh, okay.
Ran out of room. I had to do the hyphen thing where I continue writing down below.
1, hands down, please. And we go with Sean.
John Ratzenberg.
John Ratzenberg. No, that is incorrect. And Laura?
John Ratzenberger.
That is correct. John Ratzenberg.
Yep. John Ratzenberger.
So
I feel like I knew that, but I didn't know it now.
I got the ER down here.
That's right. It's cheers.
Put Andrew Stanton, which-
Gotta have the full name there. Your next match is the Phantom Menace.
Giancarlo Stanton.
In
Yeah.
episode 1, what does Anakin initially call a lightsaber? I put Cheers as one of the top 5 best sitcoms of all time. Am I overstating?
no, you're in there. You're right. Absolutely. And 5, 4,
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Hands down, Laura.
Laser sword.
Yes. And Sean.
Oh,
Laser sword.
You got it.
a light sword.
3,
Laser
4,
sword.
3. As we get to our next question here. The Clone Wars.
I forgot to keep track.
What is the name of Anakin Skywalker's apprentice that is introduced in the Clone Wars film?
Oh, come
I
on.
love that the Clone Wars are a part of this.
Hey, for you, spelling counts.
Interesting to see what happened if we threw like a Mandalorian or a Rebels question to these kids. I think they'd answer.
No.
I'll give you the point if you spell it right.
I feel like there's an H in there somewhere.
Oh boy.
One, pens down, please. And we start with Sean Sullivan.
Ahsoka Tano.
Oh.
And Laura.
Ahsoka Tano.
Got it. 5-4.
Yeah, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah.
It's Ahsoka.
Yeah, I believe
John
there's.
doesn't get the point according to what I said.
Yeah, I feel like there's an H in there somewhere. I just wasn't certain, but it really didn't matter because it doesn't really get pronounced.
Right for your house.
It's Ahsoka.
Okay.
That sounds like a land speeder.
I don't know who's
Wow, somebody bullseye and one press with a T-16. Your next question. In the world of Return of the Jedi, and that question, in Return of the Jedi, who says to Leia, when he comes back, I won't get in the way?
Next question goes from Return of the Jedi.
When he comes back, I won't what?
I won't get in the way.
I like it. That was a good radio. It was
Carson gave up your love in 2017.
How dare you? And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Is that your mic?
Oh, hands down.
Marker's running up.
Han Solo.
Yes, and Sean.
Han Solo.
Yep. Okay. 6
Han Solo.
The next one.
Jonathan Solo.
Lot of noise. All right, here we go. Rise of Skywalker is the next category for question 7.
Woo!
Who is the rebel spy on Kylo Ren's ship?
Okay, just come clean. If you're in a gang and quarantine did some things to you, is the name of your
Oh, what's his name?
I can figure it out.
Really?
What it is. All you gotta do is mute somebody's mic. And 5, 4,
Oh, I know his ranking.
1.
Nice.
Pens down, please. And Sean Sullivan. And Laura.
General Hux.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, I knew it was General Hux.
7.
General Hux.
7 to 6.
That's right. If you move into your 8th question, and this is in, get ready, Christian, Attack of the Clones.
There you go.
Yay!
Episode 2 in the question. In the Geonosis prison cell, what color are the electric bonds holding Obi-Wan's wrists and ankles?
What is this question? I think I'm right, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm wrong.
Name a color.
Exactly.
4,
Fuchsia.
2,
Oh.
1, and Laura.
Blue.
Yes. Sean.
Blue.
So 8.
I'm blue, dabba dee. Yeah.
Blue. Can't sing that song. We don't have the copyright.
Sean.
Well, I'm the only one
What song?
record a podcast or show from my house. So.
You lose a point. 8-7. 8-7. Next question here. Next question. The Last Jedi. How many porgs did Chewie cook over an open flame?
Oof. And somewhere, our dear friend Ash Crossan's heart is breaking.
You
How
know
many
what?
words is a Chewy cook?
Yeah.
Don't bring that up.
I'm taking a risk here.
They did look big.
There's an easy answer, and then there's
4,
taking a risk.
3, 2, 1, and we go with Sean Sullivan.
2.
Yes, Laura.
2.
I thought it was just one.
The risk paid off. It's 2. He's holding one, and he's still cooking one.
Oh.
Then she will have a perfect round, and she will have a.
Yeah, 1 was the easy answer because you saw him finagling it.
Right, Christian, your next and last question in round number 1, lest we hit the bonus, is in the world of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, the one that started it all. And your question: what planet does Leia tell Tarkin the Rebel base is on?
It's amazing how just 1 point is so crucial.
And that very quickly can become
Yep.
a point lead going into round 2.
That's right. And 5, 4, 3.
Alderaan, blow up my planet.
For the perfect round.
Dantooine.
Perfect round it is. And Sean?
Dantooine.
Yes, you got it. So
They're on Dantooine.
You don't
Dantooine.
have to write it down. You simply just have to answer it. 13 questions.
Good, because my marker's running out of ink.
Are you ready?
So nice time to not be writing down.
Here you go. Your bonus question. What object did Yoda and R2-D2 fight over, ending with Yoda
It's a
saying,
flashlight.
or I will help you not?
A lamp.
A lamp or a flashlight would be accepted.
Mine,
Correct.
mine,
1
mine,
point.
mine.
Laura Kelly, 11-9. 11-9. She does it again. She said it. You know how many questions I've missed in the first round? 0. Well, she stuck to that because it is now the second round. Mark, how does that go?
The goose egg still holds. This is known as the wheel round. And yes, there is an electronic wheel that we're going to bring out in a second. The rules of round number.
The infamous electronic wheel. Maybe not the infamous electronic wheel, but an infamous electronic wheel.
An electronic wheel that has the potential to be infamous.
There is stealing in round number 2.
Yes.
So if you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice.
So this far into the match now, what do you think the odds are of Sean winning?
Because Laura Kelly.
I don't know.
Never tell me the odds.
Over racing.
Wow.
Sean Sullivan, and she is going to get to select whether she would like to spin the wheel first or defer to her.
Kate.
Everybody in the match and everybody watching us live on Twitch, this wheel today is sponsored in whole by Roby1 Kenobi. Thank you so much for your patronage, Roby1 Kenobi. Everybody in the chat room, give a big hand to Roby1 Kenobi. The sponsored slices that Roby preferred were the middle episodes in the first 2 trilogies, Attack of the Clones and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think that was a Twix that Luke was eating.
Yeah. It's either a Twix or some kind of like wafer of some sort.
All right. So
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm going to drop Kate and Sean out. Laura and Shannon. Shannon, you have 60 seconds to talk to your competitor to decide exactly what you guys want to do, starting now.
We don't need the time.
No, I don't think we do. I'm going to spin first.
You're going to spin first. All right. There you go. Time not taken. So we're going to bring that wheel back up, and Shannon will be able to stick.
I yield the rest of my time.
Yeah, I yield the rest of my time to Schmoebaits over on Call to Action.
No, they went first. It's our turn now.
I'm yielding it to next week.
Oh, got it. Yeah. They can go first again next week. It's fine.
Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi.
Tournaments
All right.
everywhere.
Do you want Return of the Jedi, or would you like to spin again?
I'm going to keep it.
Gonna keep it. All right, so we're gonna move Shannon out for the moment. We're gonna bring Sean back in. Sean, make sure your hands are, you can see. Okay, great. All right, so
He's doing the Sullivan.
5 questions here in round number 2.
Oh,
from
never mind.
Return of the Jedi, and we start. Laura, are you ready?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. What is the name of Vader's flagship Super Star Destroyer that crashes into the Death Star?
The Executor.
Oh, yeah.
For 2 points.
Hmm.
In the assault on the
We're
second
on
Death Star, the Rebel squadron
Return of the
consists
Jedi?
of 4
Yes.
colored designations: red, gray, green, and what other color?
Gold.
Yes, for 2
Yeah.
points. All right, next question. In Return of the Jedi, who steps on a twig, giving away the surprise ambush
C-3PO?
of the biker scouts on Endor?
Han Solo.
2 more points.
Oh, it was Han. It's
2 more
C-3PO.
questions for Laura Kelly if she is not missing anything yet. What legendary Star Wars sound designer has a cameo in the Battle of Endor?
Bill Burr.
Ben Burt.
Ben Burt.
And your
Did you say Bill Burr?
final
Bill. I thought it was like Bill Burnett or whatever. Yeah.
Why does Luke tell R2-D2 they are headed to the Dagobah system?
This guy finished his training.
Yeah.
I would like to go multiple choice.
A, he has unfinished business. B, he has to finish what he started. C, he has to help a friend. D, he has a promise to keep to an old friend.
Promised to keep to an old friend.
He is correct for 1 point.
Yeah.
All right, so Kelly.
Man, you had to be specific on that.
As she finds herself with
Well, that was a movie quote, basically.
20-9
Yeah.
for Sean Sullivan, but an amazing second round there for Laura Kelly.
20-9.
It is now Sean Sullivan's turn.
He's got to hit all of these.
It's now 20-9.
Yeah.
Laura Kelly over Sean Sullivan. Sean has
No multiple choice.
Going to do so. All right, Laura, I'm going to put you in.
No pressure.
For the moment, going to bring in Kate Mulligan. Kate, you have 60 seconds if there's anything you want to say to your competitor starting now.
Read my lips. We're not scared. You got this, Sean. You're doing awesome. We know you knew that one. You just didn't have the ER at the end. I got you, baby. You got this. You do it.
All right. Okay.
No whammies. No whammies.
No whammies, no whammies. All right, we'll bring the wheel back up now. And here we go.
It's a reference to Press Your Luck.
See what happens here, Christian. It's tough for a newer competitor to win the scoreboard and see they're losing by 11.
And the Phantom Menace.
I'll keep it.
Keeping the Phantom Menace.
I would.
All right. So we're going to drop.
But we'll see if that would be a smart deal for me.
Here. Where the hell is she? Oh, there she is. Bye-bye, kid. And now we bring back Laura Kelly. Laura, same thing. Thank you. Keep your hands so we can see him. Same thing, Sean. All right, Mark, you're going to bring up.
Mark, you can put your hands wherever you want.
That's the movie I waited 3 hours in line to see.
It's a family show.
Nephews, I waited 3 days. Your first of 5 questions, Sean, for 2 points.
I mean, you don't know where my hands are right now.
I don't care.
What is the name of Queen Amidala's personal pilot who flies her cruiser through the trade
Rick Oley.
blockade? We need the first and last name.
Yeah. Rick Olay.
That'd be Rick Ali, Bravo leader.
Duh. 2 points.
Rick Olay.
Sean Sullivan.
That's what's his name?
Yeah.
Your next question, Sean. In the Phantom Menace, just prior to the Battle of Naboo, Boss Nass gives Jar Jar Binks what rank in the Gungan army?
Bombad General.
Bombad General.
That is correct for 2 more points. This guy's seen the movie, Christian.
He has. You knew this one. You seem pretty confident in it. He's shown so far.
We shall make you
Third
Bombad
five
General.
questions, Sean. In the Phantom Menace, what kind of aliens can be seen massaging Sebulba in the pod race
Twi'leks.
hangar prior to the race?
Twi'leks.
I'm going to give you 2 pronunciations, Twi'lek or Twi'lek.
I'll take either one, sir, and I'll give you 2 points for your trouble.
Big round so far for Sean Sullivan as he sees himself only 5 behind Laura.
Pretty good.
4th question.
Cover those bases.
That's right. Your penultimate question in round number 2, Sean. In episode 1, what is the name of the consular cruiser that transported Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan to the Trade Federation
Ooh.
ship for negotiations at the beginning?
Ooh.
It's going to be the Radiant 7.
Of course, it's the 7th Radiant.
The Starship Enterprise,
Yeah.
So,
That was
that your final question.
which is going back to this.
yeah.
Right.
It's a little that was a little deep for me.
Sean in The Phantom Menace, a movie that he clearly has seen a couple times. Sean, for 2 points, in episode 1, what was the street vendor going to charge Jar Jar for eating his merchandise?
7 whoopee. Whoopee whoopee.
Whoopee whoopee.
It's like 7 or 8.
5. 3.
Whoopee whoopee.
First one.
All right. In episode 1, what was the street vendor going to charge Jar Jar for eating his merchandise?
Oh, you know Laura knows this.
Give me the multiple.
Oh.
Multiple choice options are: is it A, 7 whoopee whoopee, B, 7 Republic credits, C, 10 drugettes, or D, 20 zemids?
A.
I was waiting for him to just say numbers with whoopee whoopee.
Yeah. That would have been rough.
7 whoopee whoopee.
Once.
I can do that for you.
8 whoopee whoopee.
A, 7 whoopee whoopee, B, 7 Republic credits, C, 10 drugettes, or D, 20 zemids?
Whoopee whoopee. I just want to keep saying that.
What do you got to do to get a whoopee whoopee?
Thank goodness I didn't have to say that again. You are correct for a point.
All right, so unbelievable there. Unbelievable.
Good round.
What a round it was from both competitors.
Man.
20 to 18.
Ooh.
See a 2-point lead by Laura Kelly as we get to round number.
That's what you want to see.
How do the rules of round number 3 go?
We don't get a break. We're going right in. There we go.
The thing is that we know that Laura is really good too, so she very well could hit all 3 of her questions here. And if Sean also hits all 3 of his questions, guess what? He still loses.
Ooh.
You give us 3 numbers. These numbers can range from
Is
1.
he down by what? 1?
Your first
He's down by 2.
question is gonna be worth
Down by 2.
18 to 20.
points. Your last one, taking that far is worth 5 big points. There is no stealing. There is no penalty for missing a question in round number 3. So Sean
Like,
Sullivan,
you don't want to be behind in these matches because that's
yet still trailing
it's so hard to overcome,
So lights out. We're gonna get your 3 lucky numbers first, and like I said,
especially since Laura is playing an Alex Damon level.
1 to 20. What feels destined
So I'll take 7 whoopee whoopee.
5 and 18, Mark.
5 and 18 for Laura and for Sean.
Let's go 5, 7, and 2.
She already chose 5.
Okay. Let's go 5, 9, and 2.
She chose 5.
Den mother.
Okay. Let's go
Oh, don't pick 5.
9
Yeah.
and 2.
1, 9, and 2 for Sean Sullivan.
Yeah, because 5's really hard. So
That's right. 1, 9, and 2 for Sean Sullivan. Okay, so Mark chose 1, 9, and 2.
Give him 5. He wants 5.
Oh, he wants that number 5.
He wants 5 more than Laura. Give him 5.
Clock's on now.
Well, don't give him 5 because social distancing and whatnot. But
Pretty darn good. You ready to meter this kitty?
I think I am.
Let's get it
All
Let's
done.
do this.
All right, now we have Kate. Anything to say, Sean? 60 seconds on the clock, starting now.
I'm so proud of you. You're doing awesome. You're holding it together, man. You're cool as a cucumber. You playing
That's
that
all I gotta
smart. You used your JT when you needed to. You
she
went to
said
multiple-
cool as a cucumber.
I love you, Shawnee.
Cucumbers are pretty cool.
She forgot the B.
Managers have given words of encouragement, and now we get to
I love her accent on these.
finally chose number 1. So let's get to that one, Mark. Would you do the honors, Mark?
Oh, well, thank you, Christian. I really appreciate that. So, Sean,
Ding, ding, ding.
at round number 3, and your 2-point question that could pull you to even with Lights Out Laura Kelly. 2 points is in the world of who said it. These are Star Wars.
Ooh,
quotes.
you don't want that the 5-pointer,
And
so
your question for the tie. What Jedi, when asked if they intend to kill Chancellor Palpatine, responds, "I would certainly like to."
Anakin.
Anakin. I would certainly like to. Oh, come on.
5,
Come on, Sean.
4.
Repeat.
Second
I can
one.
do that.
Oh, no.
Oh, second one. Sorry.
Second one.
Yep.
Sean? What Jedi, when asked if they intend to kill Chancellor Palpatine, responds, "I would certainly like to"?
Anakin Skywalker?
Remember little Annie is all grown up. 2 points and we're tied.
We're all tied. That takes him away from the TKO.
Ooh.
Now we jump to Laura Kelly, who will have to answer her 2-pointer. Laura, you chose category 3. Category number 3. That is from the Clone Wars movie.
Ooh.
That's a 2-pointer.
Mm.
What was the nickname that Ahsoka gave to Anakin Skywalker?
Sky guy.
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 Yes, it is for 2 points. Right back to
Yep.
Sean.
I heard nickname. I was like, Snips!
Yeah.
Mark chose category 9.
Yes, he did, Christian. And category 9, something familiar with Christian's history in the Schmoedown, you know that he probably likes this category because it is villains. And the question for 3 points, Sean, can give you the lead over Laura Kelly. How many movies mention a Death Star in the opening crawl? I'm going to give you.
Oh, jeez. Two?
Possibly 4.
How did we jump from 2 to 4?
3, 2, last one.
All right.
I was thinking something different than you.
Villain. How many movies mention a Death Star in the opening crawl?
A New Hope and Jedi.
The 3 originals and Rise of Skywalker. Not Rise of Skywalker. Maybe Force Awakens. One of the sequels.
I don't think Empire Strikes Back mentions it.
It is incorrect. Actually looking for 3. All 3 classic trilogy films. I thought Rogue One had it too, but then I was like, oh, no, wait, they don't even have crawl text.
There's
So-
not a crawl.
Yeah.
So now, all right. So here's where we stand.
I was hedging my bets and thinking one other movie mentioned it.
Laura Kelly and Corruption could get the win here if Sean Sullivan does not hit his 5-pointer. However, if he does hit the 5-pointer, it will bounce back to Laura, forcing her to try to get the win. So, Mark, Sean chose category number 2 for his 5-pointer.
That's right, Christian. And you might see a big smile emerge from that giant beard because Category 2, Sean, your 5-point question is in the world of Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
Good smile.
And your question, 5 points. In Episode 1, from what homeworld is the pod racer Ben Quindinaros from?
Quadraneros. Oh, shoot.
Quadraneros.
I'm not going to be able to pull it.
Uh-oh, looks like Quadraneros losing the power coupling.
2.
Malister.
And your winner,
It's not Malister.
ladies and gentlemen,
Voodoo.
Laurel Kelly. She takes it. Sean, I'm going to put you in the waiting room at the moment here. Good match there.
Bummer.
Final score here, ladies and gentlemen.
Ooh, look at that score, though.
Kelly wins the match. The answer was Tund. T-U-N-D. Tund.
Of course.
Sean did answer.
Of course it was Tund.
Tund?
Tund.
So let's talk about it. Shannon, first win since the big win with Mike and Chance, and Laura does exactly what you guys said she would do. She advances. She sits now and waits for the winner. Ken Knapsack and Andre Cabrera.
Nope, first match, bracket.
Oh, good. So good. I can't get enough of this.
Laura, you did it again. You're 2-2 now, but again, I think it's a Star Wars Division 2 wins are that's massive. It's very hard to do. You've done it. You said you were going to do it. You said that you were going to come out here and you didn't miss any questions. You came out here and just were lights out. So how are you feeling about your performance?
I feel amazing. This went exactly how I needed it to go. And yeah, this feels really good, and I'm kind of hoping that maybe that puts Sean in his place a little bit. Maybe knock some of that arrogance down a notch would be nice.
Laura, we're looking at the upcoming match that you're going to have, and maybe you're facing Andres, maybe you're facing Ken. It doesn't matter who you're facing, or does it? Do you have a preference as to who you would see next? And post question, are you going to be cracking open champagne after this win, or are you going to wait until you win the whole thing?
Oh, I don't think that there's any reason to wait to crack open the champagne. I think that this is a perfectly good time to do that. In terms of Ace versus Knapsack, I don't know if I really have a preference. There was a time when I would have really preferred Knapsack over anybody else, but I'm not sure if it's even okay to talk about him right now. Has anyone checked on him? Like, is he okay?
There he is. There he is. Ken looks like he's doing pretty good to me.
Ken looks different.
He looks a lot younger lately.
Yeah.
We got about 15 more seconds of young Ken here.
Yeah, I've never seen this Ken before. He looks like a gamer.
Yeah, he's Twitch streaming, it looks like.
His room is better than...
Yeah.
I'm like super jealous here.
There's some ideas. He's a Gillette. Okay.
Riley gonna go over and check on him or anything?
I mean, this promo, it did make
Gillette out of here. This is Schmoedown. They use Manscaped.
Was kind of taking some shots and saying, he should be walking the dog.
And Harry's now.
Through mass. But we don't see the big talk right now from the den. Like you said, Shannon, this has to be satisfying. Grace and Kate have been rivals this season. To hand them a loss, I'm sure, and to move up the rankings a little bit, I'm sure it's got to feel satisfying.
Listen, it's 2 against 1. 2 of these losers tried to take me down, and they couldn't friggin' do it. I got 2 things for you, Kate. Number 1, instead of giving him Clorox wipes, maybe you should have gotten him an ice pack because he might start experiencing some phantom testicle pain. It's totally normal after being castrated. But you just want to make sure.
Wow.
Number 2, I know you had some concerns for me during your little promo, so I'd like to take a second to address those. Number 1, I got in touch with Lady Liberty. As a matter of fact, she agreed that I look phenomenal in a crown and insisted that I keep it.
Uh-oh.
Number 2.
Oh, no.
And of course,
Number 3, I'm not done yet. Having 2 first names is a sign of superior intelligence, which unfortunately is way above your pay grade. And lastly, about those Schmoedown points, let them know that we just picked up a couple here in the first round, and we'll be coming around to collect the rest very soon.
Of course, as all
Boom!
the promos that were cut by Kate Mulligan too. Shannon,
That was good.
Shannon able to back it up at the moment. With
I liked Mike poking his head around the corner in the back.
The corruption no longer in last place. That honor is now the Quirky Mercs. You have corruption who is now in 6th place. They went from being in 9th to 6th with this massive win by Laura Kelly. They see themselves with
That's huge. That was a huge jump.
only 1 point behind the Rock Stars here today. Finstock Exchange still in 1st place. Swag now still in 2nd place because of the loss here today by the Den. They sit in 3rd, but corruption jumping out of the cellar by leaping over into 6th place here. Big move here by Laura Kelly and corruption. Mark.
Christian, dogs are barking, motorcycles are revving, and fans' appetite for more Star Wars is getting hungry. So it's just been
Usually the only dogs they have to contend with are like, say, Snickers or Leia.
Yeah.
But clearly could not topple Laura Kelly. She is on a mission, Christian. I think she's only emboldened by this W here today.
Yeah. All right. So let's look. Here's the other thing. So both Laura and Shannon will be in our after show with the fans. So the way that it works for you guys, everyone will be able to see the Q&A that is watching here today. However, for $10 patrons on the Schmoedown, if you go to patreon.com/Schmoedown, $10 patrons will be sent out the StreamYard link, and you will join and ask questions to both Shannon and Laura, and hope and cross your fingers that Shannon doesn't insult you or hey.
He just casually walks by too.
All right, so let's put you guys. Congratulations, phenomenal match, showing that you are indeed one of the best performers in the Star Wars division that we have. Thank you, and Shannon, we will see you in just a bit. All right, so now
Can you not love Mike Kalinowski?
Sean Sullivan. Sean, first defeat here in the movie trivia showdown. It's got to sting a little bit, I'm sure. Does it sting just a little bit more because it was corruption?
You know what? It does. It only stings because it's corruption. And I've noticed Shannon has brought about my private parts up in her smack talk a few times. And Mike, I'd be a little concerned about that.
Oh.
No. Hey, Mike, I know you can hear me because you're just walking around in the background. Mike! Next, you'll push back here.
I'd actually be able to hear you because you just stopped.
Nice to see the cute dog running around. Sean, I gotta ask you. You were such a gentleman to me when I started growing this beard. You recommended a nice oil I still use today. I couldn't help you out and give you that last answer, but was it on the tip of your tongue? Were you thinking ton was an option? Was it just one of those things that just escaped your window?
I've never heard of tund in my life.
Yeah.
What is that?
Listen, this is where the 5-pointers and the Star Wars. That's a question I actually wonder. I didn't ask Laura. I wonder if Laura had the answer for that one. I'm not sure. We'll never know. We'll never know. But it was a great question.
By the way, the good thing is that Sean does know the villain, the Death Star. Thank God. He knows the villain, the Death Star. Oh, God, the villain, the Death Star.
It's not a good guy.
Well, I'm just saying.
Mark Ellis with the logic.
Our favorite superhero, Death Star.
My favorite superhero is Luke Skywalker's TIE Fighter? X-Wing. Good Lord.
I know you're brand new to the league, but the Star Wars division is about as deep cutty as you can get.
I have a feeling we should not go into the Star Wars division. Just a thought.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I can tell you, I don't feel anything but proud of him. This wasn't a TKO. She didn't come in. They say that she came and did what she did. She didn't. She didn't wipe the floor with him. She didn't turn the lights out on him. The lights are amplified in him. You know why? Because everybody knows. Everybody sees what he did here today. Everybody knows this kid can play Star Wars. This is not the end of Sean Sullivan. This was not a TKO. That kid hung. We know he knew the name
Phrasing.
of the first round. He was going to have a first
Yeah.
versus Ratzenberger.
That was his, you're dang right. Taking a sip.
He's like, ask Shannon. All right, well.
We'll play the winner of both Ken Knapsack and Andres Cabrera.
Our bracket's going to look a little different next week.
Joseph Scrimshaw, who Laura Kelly is familiar with, against someone else she is familiar with, Andrew DiMolanta. They will go head-to-head in a battle next week, same time. Adam Witt faces Molly Damon on June 10th. And
that is a tasty burger.
July 1st, we will see Laura Kelly playing the winner of Ken Knapsack.
That was a reference.
To both, before we let you, Kate and Sean,
Big Kahuna Burger.
Kind of the reverse question of what we. Oh no, same question I guess that we asked Sean is that you've been going back and forth with Shannon. You know the history that you guys have already, the history that Grace has with Shannon. Does it bother you to lose to Shannon, or is it just one of these things like, hey, you know, you're still well enough in second place?
I know that Shannon can shush you, Christian, but can I ask the production to put the standings up again? Because I just want to see. I'm pretty sure the Den's still ahead of Corruption by a bunch of spots.
You are indeed. The Den has 12 points and Corruption has 5. You're still 7 points over.
Let's just say I'm unbothered.
All right, fair enough. Kate, I wanted to thank you. Sean, I wanted to thank you guys. Gonna have to ask you.
We'll have like the fanny packs like up here too, just to make sure it's in frame.
Moments because we're trying to get some new patrons in here to be able to talk to both.
Do we want to stick around for the special guest, or do we want to call it?
Oh, special guest is Alex Damon. So
yeah.
How good Laura Kelly?
I would say let's watch that like later.
Okay.
I mean,
And then I want to get our thoughts into and.
To me, the same kind of confidence that you see with Alex Damon when Alex Damon answers questions. Okay.
Thank you, Christian. And I completely actually agree with that statement he just said. Because, like I said earlier, that match you saw Laura Kelly. She was playing like Alex Damon. She put on an Alex Damon presentation, and so now you've got Laura Kelly who's playing exactly like Alex Damon. It's going to be hard to say that she's not going to potentially win this tournament doing that.
Yeah. And again, that like we were saying at the beginning, she played Alex Damon at Spectacular. What was it? They said that was the only match at Spectacular.
Didn't a TKO or a KO.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a hard fought match, and the fact that like she had like what two? Did she have 2 matches before she took on Damon?
She did the Fatal 5-Way at Celebration, and and then she fought DiMolanta for that spot to take on Damon.
Yeah, so she beat DiMolanta and then so she's had just a few games to play before she went after the belt and still held her own against Damon, and that was very impressive at Spectacular. So I expect that we will be seeing great things from her in the future.
Nice. We'll watch her career with great interest. But you also have to look at like kind of a theme here. Let's see this real quick. Can we bring this up real quick just to look at it? You look at Laura Kelly, Scrimshaw, Damon, both Damons technically are and I guess Ken Knapsack also. They're the ones that actually talk about Star Wars on various shows, and Ken being one who wrote a book on Star Wars also. Those are the ones that, you know, when you come from a standpoint of where does Alex Damon come from to who are all the other competitors in the league, like these are the ones that you see dominating the Star Wars division because they're the ones who are constantly living, breathing, and talking about Star Wars in their podcasts, in their YouTube channels, all sorts of stuff. So it's very hard to look at that and kind of start seeing that pattern forming and saying, I don't think Laura's gonna completely take it here. She's gonna be up. There's a chance that she's gonna be up against somebody who does that also. I mean, you know, are we going to be looking at a Laura Molly finale here? I know DiMolanta started his own Star Wars show too. So, has he been doing a lot more studying lately? Not just for the fact that it's the Schmoedown, but he's doing Star Wars stuff also.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people who could. That's what I think they were saying before, that almost anyone who's in this tournament has the potential to win it.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea where this could go. I mean, we're just trying to make spots on our bracket of where we think, but yeah, as we saw already right out the gate, yep, wrong about that one.
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll lord that one over my head for quite a while. But
by the way, you forgot. Boom! There we go.
Whoops. So okay. Now
so yeah, that's our names.
Yeah.
So what did they say? Like next week is, let me see. Next week is Scrimshaw and Demolanta.
Yeah.
So
that's gonna be a good one.
That's gonna be a good one. So here we got Demolanta on here, but I mean, honestly, I'm torn.
Yeah,
I'm really torn as to who it could be out of the two of them.
Well, so you look at the situations that we're up against here right now. I mean, with Corruption winning here, Quirky Mercs are now in last place, so they've got to start making some points. Unfortunately, it is the way the schedule has worked out in connection with the global deal that's happening right now. That's got us all locked down and what have you.
I'm not locked down. I can get up and leave if I want.
Yeah, whatever. So we have a situation where Scrimshaw's got to pull the win here. On the other hand, you have the situation where if Demolanta doesn't, the Finstock Exchange starts getting knocked down because whoever ends up winning this tournament, if it's not Demolanta, they're going to end up probably being over the Finstock Exchange in points in the rankings by the end of this whole thing. So there's a lot riding on that match. And especially like Demolanta too. Not just the faction, but Demolanta himself has had losses in Star Wars. He's a good player. He knows his stuff, but if he doesn't win, does he get another Star Wars match anytime in the near future? And by near future, I mean the next year.
Yeah.
This
is gonna be it for Star Wars for this year after this.
Probably.
Yeah, until like maybe hopefully if everything's back to normal, someone will be able to play a game at Spectacular.
Yeah, if we get the Spectacular this year, then maybe you get the title match then with whoever wins this tournament against Damon. Which, look at this competition; it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
So a lot happening.
Yeah. So I think that's going to do it for this reaction. If anyone had any questions, drop some questions in the chat. Drop them over our Streamlabs Super Chat. Yeah, so I think real quick while we wait to see if anyone is going to drop any questions. Again, what do y'all think of this live reaction setup that we've got going on here? Other than like say the volume of the video as it plays, I don't know if that's like I know I have a hard time hearing it. I don't know if the audience, the people in the chat, are having a hard time hearing that as well. So we might have to play with that some more.
Might have to go headphones on these like we did with the watch along, just because if I turn the volume up too loud, then I straight up can't hear you talk at all. So that's some of the fun that you can have with StreamYard.
Yeah. So otherwise, I do like this format mainly because here we're going to end this video and we're done. There is no editing. There is no anything else I have to add to it, which I mean, I would say back when we first started, we definitely needed some editing on our videos. Now, we're good.
Now we're out of it for a little while and everyone's getting delusions of grandeur.
Yeah. Oh, good one. Fantastic. Well played. So yeah, I like this format. I like this setup. The reason I'm asking this is whether we want to potentially switch to this as our like maybe a new format for us doing reactions in the future instead of just filming and then editing and whatnot. So let us know what you think of it. If you've seen our pre-recorded matches that we've released out to the public, just let us know if you like the difference between the two of them. So it doesn't really look like we have any questions. Coming up, I know we have another exhibition match that is being throw in some dewbacks in the special edition of this video.
A couple dewbacks, a Ronto.
McClunky.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't in the special edition, but whatever.
It was in the special edition for Disney.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely a special edition. Yeah. I know. So we've got an exhibition match, I believe, is being released this week as well that we need to do a reaction to.
Yeah, it's going to be the Middle Earth match, which
the Lord of the Rings.
Well,
so we've heard that this is a fantastic match.
I'm not going to do that one live. We're going to pre-record that one because I don't want instant feedback of everybody going, "Oh, you suck at Lord of the Rings."
Dwalin, please. I don't need Kalinowski. I just no. Just so we got to do that one. We got to do a reaction too.
Yep.
I think that's it for the rest of this week. Yeah. So the other thing is go back and check out our tagline episode from last night. We had Sean Chandler, local Austinite, YouTuber extraordinaire. He's been doing YouTube talking about movies way too much for the past couple of years. It was a blast to have him on our show last night. A lot of fun, a lot of good discussion. So if you haven't seen that, go check that out.
Yeah, we especially talked a little bit about the Schmoedown, and there's an opportunity for him to possibly be in the draft next year. So go check that out and listen to the things that we talked about in regards to that. So
yeah. Anyways, that's going to do it for this reaction. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, give us a subscribe if you think we're worthy of that subscription. Just hit that button down below, or you can hit the button above his head pointed the other way. Oh, there is no button above his head.
No.
And as always,
you're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
Fantastic. Laters.
See ya.